Hey guys, JH01 here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my top 5 favorite fall baits to use for bass. Now these are not in any particular order, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with number 1, and that is the Zoom Super Fluke. So as you can tell, I have a lot of these. And the reason that I like these so much is that you can use these year-round, and not necessarily just in fall and winter, but year-round you can use these things. And how you rig these things up is that you get a 3 or 4/0 off shank or something like that hook. You'll see it right now. You just put it up through the nose, and you rig it back around, and you put it up through the top. And you want to fish this thing pretty deep in the water. You don't want to work it on top like a lot of people do. You want to let it sink down a little bit, do it really slowly, and that's how you catch a lot of fish with the Fluke. Okay guys, so what you're going to want to do here is you're going to take your Fluke, you're going to get your hook, and I've already sort of put it through the nose. You're going to put it through, you're going to put it through right about there. You just want to put it through a little bit. You're going to stick it through. Now you're going to get your nose and you're going to get it like this, and you're going to, like, it's going to look like this whenever you put it through. You're going to flip it back around like this. There's 2 ways you can rig this thing. You can either just tuck it up under there nice and neat like that, like I normally do, or you can do like some people do. You got to move it back a little bit. And this is another technique that, oh, I just hit myself. It's another technique that I use sometimes, and my hook just came out, so whatever. But another way you can rig it is put it up through the top like that, so whenever they bite it, the hook comes out and gets them. That's the 2 ways that you can rig a Fluke. Okay, my next favorite fall bait is the Spinnerbait. Now, I usually rig this with a trailer, but I'm going to teach you how to do that over there. So, Spinnerbait. So what you're going to want to do with the spinnerbait, a lot of people rig it with trailer hooks and all that good stuff. I don't do trailer hooks on mine, but rather I use a small trailer. And this one has like a stinger, I guess you'd call it, on the back. It's a chartreuse. And so you just want to put that on the back of it. It gives it a nice little swimming action. Don't really like the spinnerbait especially, but it is one of my baits. If I'm not catching them, I will use it in the fall. So that's how I rig a spinnerbait. Okay, so my next favorite fall bait, I don't use these much in the fall, but again, it is a go-to bait. Okay, so it is a go-to bait for me. So, I just like the idea of throwing these. Like, it just seems like the fish would not pass up an opportunity of a dying bait fish right there. So I'm going to go teach you over there how I rig it and how I work it. Okay, so next up is going to be the Swimbait, like I said, over there. This one is in a bluegill color, and for those of you asking, this is like H2O Express from Academy Sports Center. I got this thing, it won't focus. I got it for like maybe $4 or $5, something like that. It was a very cheap swim bait, but it is a jointed one, and I'm saving this for a May tournament. If I don't get the one that I'm planning on buying, this will be the one that I'm going to use. So because the lighting's bad, this is bluegill color. So yeah, just a nice little swim bait, nice little S action whenever it moves in the water. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could throw it out in open water, but I like to throw this up against the shoreline, just kind of work it back really slowly. So that's what I do for the jointed swim bait. Okay, so my next favorite fall bait, I just got into using these this year. Like I say, I'm not a professional bass fisherman yet, but so I've started using hollow body frogs. So I just really like this bait. I mean, you can throw this up in any type of cover you can imagine, and it won't get hung because the hook's on top. But I'm just going to explain it over there why I like to use this bait. Okay, so this right here, this specific model of frog that I'm using, I'm going to put my hand by it so you can see it. This is the Spro Bronze Eye Popping Frog, and I've just had so much luck with this. I mean, I've caught a bunch of fish on it. A lot of people like to trim up the bottoms, the skirts, which I can understand, but I have not done that yet. So, this thing is just an overall really good topwater lure. Like I said, you can throw it in anywhere that you want to, and it will not get hung. So, this thing overall is just a really nice bait. So, let's get on to the final lure. Okay, so my final bait for this video has to be the chatterbait. Like I say, I mean, I've caught my personal best off this chatterbait, and it was in the spring, but fall also. This thing is just awesome, especially with the Swimbait trailer on it. You can throw this anywhere. You can throw it out in open water, anywhere. I'm not really going to go into explaining it. It's the same thing as this spinnerbait. You just got to put the trailer on it, and this thing is just an awesome bait. So, that right there is my final fall bait. Okay, so until next time, Jay Schmiller out. See ya!